So Josh, I can tell you in my yard, I got a bit of a challenge. My soil is more like clay. I do have mature trees, which I love, but there's some shade going down and junk falling. And then the big one is deer.
Oh, yeah.
So in terms of plantings that I do, given all that, it's a challenge.
Well, you must be on the west side of Cleveland if you're dealing with
I am indeed on the west side.
And the deer problem.
Why is that a big? I know in my neighborhood it is for everybody. So
most people deal with it, and I'm always being asked, how do I get deer-resistant plants, and how do I pick plants for that type of soil conditions? Unfortunately, the deer don't read our plant books, so they don't know which plants.
Sorry, folks. I thought we were going to get the magic answer. No, are there any? Just maybe cut. Is there any plant that
There are some plants that deer almost never touch.
Yeah.
But as a general rule, if the deer are hungry, they're going to try and chomp on your plant. So we try and pick things that are going to be more tolerant, and things like ornamental onions or plants with a little bit of scent are less likely to be eaten by the deer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll try and incorporate those type of things. There are certain things you don't want to use if you have heavy deer pressure. And it's very case by case. Some neighborhoods get a ton of deer, and some, have a very inconsistent run of the deer. But for the most part, as long as you're maintaining the landscape, the plants tend to survive. And as long as you're taking care of them, we warranty all the plants that we put in for at least a year. So if anything were to happen to that plant the first year, we're not a one-truck operation. We're going to be back to follow up and make sure that you are getting the results from the landscape.
And can I ask, in terms of just, working around shade and even the soil, how do you guys deal with that?
Well, if you're dealing with poor soil conditions, it might be wise to get a soil test to make sure, what type of soil you're dealing with. It's usually a good idea to integrate some compost and some additional topsoil into the planting beds to make it so that the plants are going to be able to make it, because just planting into clay, a lot of times that'll hold the water, and your plant will actually die from having too much water.
Drowns
because there's nowhere for the water to go.
It's kind of ironic. I always think of it being very dry and it cracks and everything too, but...
Yeah, plants want it in the Goldilocks zone. It can't be too much or too little.
Now, obviously, that's something you guys take care of. That if I've got some bad, soil and it's looking bad, you guys will prepare the soil.
Yeah, we'll till and amend in good soil. We use varieties around here that have a mixture of silt and sand and clay in them, along with organic compost and things like that, to make sure that the growing conditions are right for the plants that we select.
Well, listen, if you're a West Sider like I am, there is still hope for your yard. No matter how big your trees are, how hard your lawn is, your clay, and how many of those darn deer you have around. Just give Avon Landscaping a call. They can assess your situation, take care of your yard, and give you one that you're really going to be proud of.